All right, it's Thursday morning. It's about 50 degrees this morning, which is great because yesterday it was like freaking blizzard weather. So yesterday, well, let me start from Wednesday. Wednesday, woke up early, did some exercise, and then I went to a prefecture called Shibuya. Shibuya is known for that world famous crossing where like thousands of people cross each day. So I went there and checked that out. Sorry for the wind. And then I did some shopping, ate some food out there. I can't remember what I ate. It was nothing really special, but it actually was kind of special. I had Japanese curry out there from this place called Coco Curry. I got medium spice, delicious flavor. The broth was like soupy. It's not like Indian curry. There's a bed of rice, and then there's chicken katsu on top with a special sauce that kind of tasted like Worcestershire sauce or something like that. Right now I'm in a local park. And then later that day I went to meet with Chef Masanori, Japanese sushi chef, third generation, owns his own restaurant, passed down to him from his grandfather to his father down to him. And met up with him at a wholesale fish market. He showed us how to pick out the fish, how to pick out the rice, how to pick out the dashi, which is the broth for miso soups, and basically the foundation for all broth in Japanese soups. Seaweed, tofu, the right soy sauce to buy, and some other basic stuff. But then we went from there to his house. You can see the cherry blossoms behind me off in the distance. It's like it's snowing right now. And then we went to his house and he showed us how to squeeze and press and make the sushi, the little handheld pieces that you can dip one bite at a time, how to cut the fish. I made a whole plate of sushi that we then ate for dinner. The guy was super strict. He was like, I was there with somebody else, this girl, and she was like really, really bad. And he was like yelling at her, and he was like physically like hitting her hand. And I was just sitting there trying not to break character, you know what I mean? I was just sitting there like trying not to laugh. And she was like getting nervous, so she messed up even more. I loved it. I was just sitting there just dying inside. And I messed up a few times. He gets pissed, whatever. I just dealt with it. But I did a pretty good job overall. So yesterday it was like 30 something degrees, ice cold, and raining. So I went and ate some super spicy ramen down the street, pushed through the rain with my umbrella. It was all good. And then I actually went to Yoshinoya out here, which is completely different than the United States. Smaller portions, different type of beef, all different cuts. They have like clam soup. Anyways, I got like a beef bowl, not a beef bowl, I got a beef plate. So there's thin sliced grilled beef, perfectly grilled, mid-rare, a bowl of rice, put some chili peppers on it. I can't remember the name of the chili peppers. I put that on there, and then it comes with the miso soup, and a vegetable with mayonnaise, and then some sort of red paste that was delicious, slightly spicy, but it was a good base to have. So yesterday was just a chill day. I kicked it inside most of the time, Netflix and chill, so that was nice. The funny story is it's ice cold in apartments and homes in Japan. They're known to be super drafty. So it was like ice cold in my apartment. It's like day 7, right? Today's day 7. And it's so cold at night because I just have this little heater under the table that barely generates any heat, and I just been like struggling, right? There's an AC up in the corner, but I'm like, it's not hot. I don't need the AC. So I'm struggling through the cold. It got so bad one night I went out to the Don Quixote, is a local store. It's open 24 hours. I went at like midnight and bought like a sweatsuit, and of course they don't have stuff like in my size, even if it's big. So I'm like wearing this super tight sweatsuit. It was funny as hell. But funniest thing is, so last night I'm struggling. Yesterday during the day, it's like it's too cold. It's too cold, and I'm like, this is not normal. So I start reading reviews on people who stayed at that in my same apartment, and I found this cryptid review, you know, from somebody who doesn't speak English, but in parentheses I saw aircon slash heater, and I'm like, what is this air conditioner a heater too? So I grabbed the remote. Everything's in Japanese. I can't understand it. So I Google it, and bam, YouTube pops up, and somebody's showing you how to use the remote. Lo and behold, the freaking AC is also a heater. So, oh my gosh, it was a godsend. So I pumped it up to max heat, and like within 10 minutes, my room was all warm and toasty. So I think it's super funny that I spent, you know, 6 days straight where I was just like freezing. It's like I was camping, and I didn't want to contact the host and like complain and be that guy, so I just bit my tongue and didn't say anything. I thought that was funny. So today it's gonna be 60 degrees. This afternoon around dusk I have a trip planned to meet with a tour guide, and we're gonna do an e-bike tour. I can't remember right now the name of this prefecture that we're going to. You can see all the cherry blossoms below me. It's like it's snowing. I can't remember the prefecture that we're going to, but we're just going to do like a 3-hour tour on electric bikes that have motors in them, electric motors that help assist you when you want to pedal. So I'll bring my GoPro for that and film it and see how that goes. But I'm really happy the weather broke today. I'm on the sleep schedule with Japan time now, so I go to bed on time. I wake up early with energy. I've got my routine now. I'm comfortable. So I think today's gonna be another great day. I'll close this out by showing you guys the shrine that's right by my house. I think it's up here. Yeah. Is it here? Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna turn this around so you guys can see it. So there's shrines like this all over Japan.